Right now, inside a McDonald's in Wisconsin, officers believe they may be face to face with a fugitive once listed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation as one of the 10 most wanted. The man they are searching for is Alejandro Rosales Castillo, wanted for murder. But look closely. The man on the ground here is not him, and yet he still ends up in jail. Not for murder, not for being on the run, but for what happens in the next few seconds. Watch carefully. This is where a conversation becomes a detention becomes a struggle, and a struggle becomes criminal charges.
We're worried making sure you're okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. What's your name?
What do you need my name?
I'm just asking.
I'm alright, thank you.
Okay. Are you from Rice Lake?
Don't worry about it, you can leave. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Just checking some stuff out.
In front of me?
Yeah. Standing right here checking some stuff out.
You're kind of disturbing my peace.
Okay.
Are you trying to ask me if I'm wanted? Are you confirming that I'm wanted?
I guess so.
So this is what, your public service? When I told you that I'm a paying customer?
Yeah. Are you Alejandro?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, well that's what we're here to figure out.
So this screams that I'm wanted?
No, I guess it wouldn't be the homelessness or that you have a lot of gear.
So you're implying, so what are you implying? Like really, like is it the fact that I'm homeless?
That your description matches someone
or that
that's
you want me
wanted.
to leave town?
No, not that I want you to leave
Then,
town.
well, I already said, man, you're disturbing my peace.
Okay.
So get out of here.
Okay, you got any ID on you?
For?
So I can see who you are. And if you're not the person we're looking for, then we'll get out of here.
At this point, you're gonna have to send another cruiser, so that way they can confirm my identity. Because of the way that you're treating me, I don't want to confirm my identity with you.
Okay.
Because see, I already told you I'm a paying customer. So like, why are you coming to me disturbing the peace? Because you're the one breaking the law right now, not me.
What law am I breaking?
Disturbing me and disturbing the public.
Okay. Well, if we get called here because someone believes that you're a wanted person, and we're coming here to confirm that, and you match the picture of a wanted person.
Okay, then show me the picture. So it's under what? So it's
I go over
your
it.
property?
Huh?
It's considered your property?
What is?
Because I was gonna point out the facial features. Well, apparently that's not me.
Okay, that you have a beard?
Show me the picture again. So
I'm not going to show it to you again.
Because clearly that's an adolescent. That's not an adult. You can tell by the facial
Okay,
features.
what's your birthday then?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, how am I supposed to confirm this isn't you?
Yeah.
I already told you. No. Go ahead and call somebody else because I'm not going to confirm my identity with any of them.
Okay, so someone else shows up and then you'll confirm your identity.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, that way I can get your name and your name for harassment.
My name is Peyton Overling.
Okay, then give me your card.
I don't have a card on me.
So, unprofessional. You next? Professional? You have a card?
My card's in my office.
Okay, then you can go ahead and get that.
Here you go. Here's another person. Don't reach for nothing. Right now, you're not going to reach for anything. We're reaching for stuff.
I'm trying to put everything away so I can go outside.
No, you're not going outside right now.
We even have a captain here.
All right. There you go. So harassment, all right, that's one. They're telling me that I'm wanted, and they're trying to confirm some wanted identity. Yep. So I asked them for the picture, and he doesn't want to give it to me.
I showed it to you. I'm not giving you the piece of paper.
He has it on him right now.
Once we determine who you are, then it's fine. So
We didn't say you were one.
Okay,
We
then
just said
you
you had matched
push.
the description.
You go that way, and I'll talk to him.
no, they're gonna stay with you.
They're gonna stay with you. Okay, then at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and leave and get out of this town because I'm being harassed.
We're gonna identify you, and if you're not the person that's on there, then you're gonna be free to leave.
Okay, but until we determine
Okay, then give me your card and your card now.
Give us your
Because I'm
ID.
being harassed.
Give us your ID.
Just give us your ID, and then we can give you.
Then we then call this quid pro quo, and we exchange IDs. Give me your cards.
Pull your ID out.
Show me your IDs first, and then I'll give you my ID.
Okay. My ID
Because
is
you
right.
harassed me. I was not walking down the street. I was here as a paid customer.
Okay.
So therefore, I can stand this higher ground.
Not necessarily. Okay.
Also,
Because I have reason to believe you're a wanted
because I'm
suspect.
homeless.
deal.
Show them your ID, or we'll take you over to the jail and make an ID you there when they run your.
I don't have an ID.
Then I guess we don't have a lot of options, do we?
So you're saying I don't have a lot of freedoms?
I'm saying that we're gonna identify.
No, you're saying I don't have a lot of freedoms.
We're gonna identify you.
So my baggage details my status.
Do you have your ID with you? Or?
I already told you no.
What's your name?
So
Watch how this begins. Officers walk in calmly. Hello, sir. We got called here to talk to you. Right now, this is still a consensual encounter. That matters. In the United States, police are allowed to approach anyone in public and ask questions. You are not automatically detained. You are not under arrest. You are free to decline conversation and walk away, as long as no legal threshold has been crossed. And at this exact moment, that threshold has not yet been crossed. Now listen closely. Some people were worried about you. The officers are responding to a tip. Someone inside the restaurant believed this man resembled a fugitive once listed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, specifically Alejandro Rosales Castillo, wanted for homicide. That changes the risk profile instantly, but it does not automatically mean detention. Watch the man's response. He says he's a paying customer. He questions why they need his name. He tells them to leave. At this stage, legally, he can refuse to answer questions. But then the critical sentence happens. Your description matches someone that's wanted. This is the pivot point. This is where a voluntary interaction can become a Terry stop, based on the Supreme Court ruling in Terry versus Ohio. Under Terry, if officers have reasonable suspicion that someone is involved in criminal activity, they may briefly detain that person to investigate. Reasonable suspicion is not proof. It is not probable cause. It is a lower legal threshold, but it must be specific and articulable. Here, officers can point to a citizen, tip, physical resemblance to a known fugitive, a high-risk wanted subject. Once reasonable suspicion exists, the encounter is no longer purely voluntary. Now the question becomes identification. Wisconsin does not require you to carry ID at all times. There is no universal papers, please law. However, when lawfully detained under reasonable suspicion, you may be required to provide your name. Refusing to do so can lead to further detention for identification purposes. Watch what happens next. Instead of providing his name, the man escalates verbally. He demands the officer's identification first. He accuses them of harassment. He refuses to confirm who he is. From his perspective, he believes he is defending his rights. From the officer's perspective, they are trying to determine whether they are standing in front of a homicide fugitive. Two completely different threat assessments are operating at the same time. This is where tension begins to climb. Not because anyone has used force, but because the legal status of the interaction has shifted, and not everyone in the room is operating under the same understanding of that shift. Stay focused here, because the next stage is where psychology takes over from law. Now slow this down. The legal shift has already happened. Officers believe they have reasonable suspicion. The man does not accept that shift. That disconnect is where escalation begins. Listen to his language. I'm a paying customer. You're disturbing my peace. Show me your ID first. This is harassment. Notice something. He is not arguing the facts. He is arguing status. This is what behavioral analysts call an ego threat response. When someone feels publicly challenged, and especially in a social space like a restaurant, the brain shifts from problem-solving to self-protection. The issue is no longer, how do I resolve this quickly? The issue becomes, how do I avoid losing face? Now look at the officers. They are not debating dignity. They are scanning hands. When officers believe they may be dealing with a violent fugitive, their cognitive focus narrows to three things: distance, hands, access to weapons. That's it. Two nervous systems in the same room, operating on completely different priorities. The man wants recognition and fairness. The officers want compliance and safety. Watch the tone shift. He refuses to give his name. He demands another cruiser. He says he will file harassment complaints. From a civilian perspective, that may feel like standing up for your rights. From an officer's perspective in a high-risk stop, that reads as non-compliance, delay, possible deception. Stress increases, and stress narrows perception. Now pay attention to body positioning. As officers begin closing distance, they restrict movement. They do not allow him to step outside. They control proximity. Why? Because once detention is lawful, allowing an unidentified subject to move freely increases tactical risk. The man interprets this as domination. The officers interpret it as containment. Neither side sees what the other sees. This is the escalation ladder. Step 1, verbal resistance. Step 2, refusal to identify. Step 3, physical tension. Step 4, proximity to weapons. Most confrontations do not explode instantly. They climb, slowly, and then something small happens that changes everything. Stay with the hands. Because in use of force analysis, hands decide outcomes.
Don't pull. Wait. He's going for my gun. He's got my gun.
He's got your gun. He's reaching for it. He's reaching for your gun. You let go. You let go.
Shit. Hit him.
Put your arms behind your back, or you're gonna get it again. Put your arms behind your back.
Other arm.
Give us your other arm or I'm gonna hit you again with the taser.
I have a broken clavicle.
Give us your other arm.
I already told you I have a broken clavicle.
Is he giving it to you?
I got it.
I got cuffs.
Watch the hands. Officers move in to control him. There is resistance. Bodies shift. The scene compresses. Then you hear it clearly. He's going for my gun. That sentence changes everything. In American law enforcement, access to an officer's firearm is treated as an immediate deadly threat indicator. The weapon does not need to be drawn. The attempt alone can justify rapid escalation. Under Graham versus Connor, force is evaluated from the perspective of a reasonable officer on the scene, not with hindsight. From that perspective, a hand near a duty weapon inside a crowded restaurant creates an immediate risk of serious bodily harm. A taser is deployed, not a firearm, not lethal force. But legally, the focus shifts. This is no longer about mistaken identity. It becomes about resisting a lawful detention and allegedly attempting to disarm an officer, and that carries felony-level consequences. Seconds. That is all it takes to transform a misunderstanding into criminal charges.
Sit him up. Bring your legs out this way.
Swing your legs out.
Roll to your other side a little bit.
Quit! Knock it off! Quit!
Look at me. I want to remember a face.
Okay, remembered it.
I will smite you.
Oh, it's super glued.
No, it's sealed by my almighty father himself. Look at it. What does it say?
Can't read it.
Guess you can't read, huh? No. Right.
He's got something down here too, man.
I'm gonna search the rest of his ankles.
Yeah, he's still got something in here.
Here, these can come down.
I think it's under this. It's something, it might be just another hat, maybe. It's like a hat.
Another hat.
Yeah, it's the bill of a hat.
You gotta check his other leg.
Another hat. Oh, you okay?
Yeah. Got a raspberry.
Yeah, just a little mark.
My name's Seth. I just gotta check out the barbs in your chest, okay? What's your name?
Don't worry about it.
Alright, sounds good.
Peyton, are you good taking him? Or you want me to pull up a squad?
If you wanna pull yours up, that's fine.
Yo, get away from me.
Not gonna happen, dude. I don't listen to you.
Yeah, no don't listen to me.
Right.
You want us to pull him up for you before you go?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get close and personal with you. 1, 2, 3. I'm bleeding.
Try to bend your knee.
Bend this one in.
I did not force her to leave. They were gonna.
Run up if you find no name.
Alright, lean back for me.
Can't.
Alejandro?
No, I'm not Alejandro, man.
Alright, well, what's your name?
Alejandro, mistaken identity, and I told the guy, hold on, he didn't even put my pants on. Me and shit with integrity.
Hold on. Can I get these off so you don't trip?
You can take them off, yeah.
your step. I'll help you up here. Watch your head.
Hold on, watch out, I have a broken clavicle.
You have a broken clavicle, what side?
Oh, you're right side, that's why I'm having a hard time.
There.
I told the guy to be here.
There, watch your step.
The fugitive officers were looking for Alejandro Rosales Castillo was later arrested in Mexico. That confirms one thing: the man inside that McDonald's was not the killer, but that does not end the story. He went to jail, not for murder, not for being on a most wanted list, for the struggle. Here is the structural reality most people miss. Once officers establish lawful detention, resistance creates a separate legal track. At that point, the original suspicion becomes secondary. The focus shifts to conduct. Under standards established in Graham versus Connor, actions are judged based on what a reasonable officer perceived in real time, not what we discover later, not what headlines say afterward. In that moment, officers believed they might be confronting a violent fugitive. When hands move toward a duty weapon, the brain categorizes the threat instantly. Threat equals control. Control equals force. Now step into the behavioral layer. He believed he was being targeted unfairly. Officers believed hesitation could get someone killed. Both perceptions can exist at the same time. Stress compresses decision-making. Adrenaline narrows cognitive bandwidth. Ego reduces flexibility. And once physical resistance begins, the system does not debate intentions. It evaluates actions. Here is the uncomfortable principle. If the stop is unlawful, you challenge it later. If you escalate in the moment, you inherit new charges. Sequence determines outcome. 10 seconds separated a mistaken identity from a jail sentence. So here is the real question. Was this an avoidable escalation driven by misread threat cues? Or was this the predictable outcome once resistance entered the equation? Where does individual responsibility end? Where does training and de-escalation begin? Drop your perspective below, because cases like this are not decided by emotion. They are decided by behavior under pressure, and pressure reveals everything.